Hey everybody, good morning, welcome back. Starting out at the grill today. You can see we got the Pits and Spits Maverick 1250 out. Basically, I got asked on one of my videos if I still have the Pits and Spits. Obviously, yeah. I don't think I will never get rid of this grill. I think the only way I'd get rid of this grill is if I upgraded to like the 2000, or if I had the the boys over at Pits and Spits make me something custom someday. But by far, never gonna get rid of this thing. But anyways, I had to break it out today just to kind of show the people that I still got it. Weather today is about 45-mile-an-hour winds, so. When I want to put a grill out here that I know I can just plug in, a pellet grill is a good option for that. But more or less, I've owned a lot of pellet grills, and this thing has operated for me in all types of weather, and it operates flawlessly. You can see I got the cold weather cover on. But anyways, back to the cook. Oh boy, you can really hear that wind cranking. Back to the cook. We're going to do something called a Mississippi pot roast today, and this is just going to be the first part of it. I'm not going to get too into the ingredients right now, but after this first part, I'll get into everything else. But for the first part of this cook, we got about a 4.5-pound or 4.5-pound chuck roast. I seasoned it up with some Sucklebuster's Hoochie Mama. I'll show you the label on that when I bring you in and when I put it on. And yeah, I'm just gonna let this thing smoke for about 3-ish hours at 180 for the first part of this cook. So let's go ahead and throw the meat on. All right, we're back real quick. Give you a quick look at the Sucklebuster's Hoochie Mama. Really good stuff. It's kind of got a kick to it. It kind of reminds me of their maybe a little bit of their prime brisket rub, but it's just got a little more of a kick to it. But still really good stuff. Pretty much I've never had anything from Sucklebuster's that I didn't like, but this is the rub we went on the chuck roast. And here is the chuck roast quick before I throw it on. Right there, you can give this a nice color, so let's go ahead and toss it on. And that is going to be about good. I'm not even going to temp probe this thing. Like I said, this is a 4.5-pound chuck roast, so I know this is going to go a long time. Smoking at 180. The pellets we got today are the Pit Boss Competition. I believe it's hickory maple apple. I had a 40-pound bag that I'm trying to use up because I have some other pellets that I want to start using. But these are really good pellets. There's a big question out there: what pellet is best? And I think the answer to that is what pellet is best is whatever pellet that you like. I've had really good luck with the Pit Boss. I've had really good luck with Lumberjack. I've had really good luck with the Smoke Ring. Heck, I've even used the Traeger pellets, and I haven't had any issues with them. But anyways, enough about pellets. This thing's going to go for about 3 hours, and I will pick back up when we're on the next part of the cook of this Mississippi pot roast. So we will see you then. Alrighty, so we are back. The first part of this cook is done. 180 at 3 hours on a chuck roast. I got it right over here to the side. But here are the rest of ingredients for this Mississippi pot roast. I'll just go over them. I got a stick of butter. I got a pack of ranch dip mix. Got a pack of Au Jus gravy mix. We got some beef stock. Got some pepperoncini. And the beer is not for the recipe. The beer is for me. Like I said, this is kind of a copycat recipe. I got this right from my guy, Meaty Mike, over at Meaty Mike. Make sure to check him out on the YouTube and on the Instagram. He kills it on both. But this is what he did, and the most important part of this recipe to me was rewarding yourself for doing a good job up until this point. Those are his words, not my words. But let's go ahead and put this roast together now. Here's the roast. Got some good color to it. A little bit of bark forming there. Not really looking forward for the bark. What I could have done is just thrown this on my Camp Chef griddle and browned it off on each side. But this is going to be plenty good to me. So we're going to start with the butter. Put about a pat of butter in each corner. Like I said, this is one complete stick of butter. Next going to be the beef stock. And we're not going to do a whole lot of beef stock. We're just going to do enough to kind of sort of cover the bottom of the pan. But a little bit of a history lesson here in the Mississippi pot roast. This is actually made, or the recipe was more or less made up by a girl named Robin Chapman in the early 2000s who pretty much took her aunt's recipe and just altered it a little bit. And that's how we came up with the Mississippi pot roast. I could be wrong on that, but I Googled the absolute crap out of it, and the story came back all the same. But now since the beef stock's in, we're going to take some of these pepperoncinis, or as some people like to call them, peperoncinis, because I think that's what you really call it. We're going to pour a little pepperoncini in there, a little bit of the juice. It'll be about good. We're going to take our Au Jus. We're just going to go right over the roast into the liquid. Take our ranch mix. And then, for the most important part, well, the beer's the most important part, we are going to take about a dozen pepperoncinis or so, and put them on the roast, put them around the roast, and everything. If you guys and girls are like me, I can eat these pepperoncinis whole. I love these things. I love them on brats, love them on burgers. Love them as just like a little snack. Maybe something to go with a Bloody Mary. Real good. That is going to be about good. So at this point, this thing is all put together how I want it. Take a couple layers of aluminum foil, cover this up, wrap it up nice and tight, and this is going to go back on the pits and spits at 275. Internal temp on this. When you do pull straight, like because we're going to be pulling this, when you pull a chuck roast, you typically, for me to pull it easy, it's got to be at least 210 internal. But back in the pits and spits at 275. At this point, you could finish it in the oven, but my pits and spits is up and running, and I kind of want to run out the pellets that are in there. So back on. Not much else to see until we're eating into this. So we'll pick back up around dinner time. So we will see you then. Alrighty, so we are back and it is time to eat, and man, oh man, does this smells real good. Again, not traditional pot roast. Traditional pot roast would be with like your carrots, your onion, your potato. Typically do it in a crock pot. You can do it on a smoker pretty much the same exact way as this. But this Mississippi pot roast, you can definitely smell the pepperoncini coming out of there. And like I said before, I am a big fan of some pepperoncini. So real quick, I'm going to go over the cook times. It was 6-hour total cook. We did 3 hours at 180 and then put all of it into a pan with some ingredients and then an additional 3 hours at 275. Brought this up at probe tender, which probe tender today was right around 210, 211, and I started this at 8, so I was done cooking a little early, so I just threw it in the oven on keep warm and shut the oven off after about an hour, and it just held. I think when I pulled the probe out of here, it was at like 180. So let's go ahead and pull into this just a little bit and see what we got. Oh yeah. See, that's why right here is why you wait. If you want to do pulled beef, you wait until you get that 210 range. Do it a little close up there again, but you can just see this beef just pulling right apart, looking real nice. I gotta try this. We're gonna try the first piece here without any pepper or au jus at all, but there's the roast looking real nice. If there was a main dish to be served in heaven, I think I might pick this. Let's grab a pepper here. Let's grab the whole dang thing, put it on there with some beef. Give this a try too. Wow. The first video I saw of somebody doing this was Meaty Mike. Make sure you check out his channel. I will leave the link in the description, and I'll probably put one of those cool little cards that pop up somewhere. But check his channel out. He does a lot of cool stuff. I also saw Charlie over at Pickles Barbecue do this too. Give him a look. He does some pretty cool stuff. And yeah. Besides that, I got nothing else. I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of this, serve it with some mashed potatoes. Highly recommend giving this a try. This is super, super, super good. So, yeah, you guys and girls have a fantastic evening, and we will see you next time.